Hi, welcome back. Still working on the Stewart Warner, as I almost knocked the entire stand over my camera. So we're going to look at how well the JB Weld worked for us. Worked nicely, except for the fact I did not do a good job of having the aluminum tape smooth against a surface. It must have been a little bit of a gap there, so I don't know if you can see on the camera, but the JB Weld filler is a little proud of the cabinet. Not the end of the world. I have to sand it, but I would much rather prefer to have to do that. Bottom one, same thing, although not as much, so a little lesson learned for me. I'm not going to sand it now because the crack in the case that's down here, I don't want to play with it too much. If I try and sand it, it's really going to stress the case some more. So I want to take care of this big crack. I could use crazy glue or any other that type of Gorilla Glue. That's instant hardening. I've had success with that in the past. For small cracks where you put the glue, you kind of spread it out without stressing too much of the case, put the glue in, and then on the other side cover it up with packing tape so it kind of doesn't leak through. But this it's pretty long. It's going about 3/4 into the case. So what I'm going to do is use a Dremel to kind of widen the crack, not really widen the crack, but to make the cabinet that I'm filling with the JB Weld have a little more surface area to smooth out. That'll make the cabinet extra strong. So, as they say, here goes nothing. Hopefully this is going to come out okay on the the most speed I'll put on it because it's not doing much. Smells wonderful. I should be wearing a mask. A little more speed. Okay. Whew. Smelly and messy. Let me dump the sand in the garbage. Okay. So I definitely got a good rough surface that's not level. I should be able to fill in the JB Weld. Let's do that next. I have it out already. Of course, I'm not wearing gloves, as I always say people should do. So do as I say, not as I do if you attempt this. And this is the JB Weld Professional, they call it. It has a steel and a hardener, two separate items. You have to use equal amount of each, but truthfully, I mean, I've seen some people measure. I don't go that crazy because this isn't a car I'm working on. It's a plastic radio or Bakelite radio. And now I mix this up. Making sure getting the cracks here. Get everything till it's nice and smooth with no white streaks or no black streak. It's just all gray. And now I'll just fill it through. And I'll just use the end to really smooth it out. I need a little more in the front here. Okay, and that should be good. Actually, I still see a little gap, so I'm going to add a little more here. Especially in the front, I guess the angle I was going at. And then what I'm going to do is also kind of get a little clamp to clamp this together. Not too much pressure so I don't break it. I don't have one ready, so bear with me one moment.
5 minutes later.
Okay, I'm back. I thought I could use this clamp, but not just quite long enough, so I had to get a super huge clamp to use this to do it. I press it just a little bit of pressure to keep it together, and now I have to let this dry. And then once it's dry, I'll sand everything down and get it ready for painting. And speaking of painting, this is like a blue on blue color. So you have these two kind of blues. I don't know if, I don't necessarily like this blue. I like the darker blue, but I don't like the lighter blue. I'm thinking of maybe doing a Pixar Toy Story theme where the radio is a much much lighter blue, and I'll paint the knobs and dial white and white lettering. So maybe I'll try that out. I'll display a picture in the video of one I did in that color. That came out really nice. One of my nicer radios as far as paint scheme goes. Unfortunately, I'm not very good at color combinations, and I depend on my wife and information from others. So if you want to vote on what color you think I should make this, let me know. Some people have a lot of issues painting radios, not making them original. And I would agree with that if this was a rare, expensive radio. But I mean, I have 2 of these. There are some radios I have 10 to 12 of the same model because I like the way they look. So I'm not too worried about ruining history. And besides, it's my radio. I should be able to do what I want with it. All right, so I'll come back after this dries. I'll sand it down. We'll take a look at it then and start our painting. Okay, while we're waiting for everything to dry, I just wanted to share some of the other radios I'm working on. This is a nice Bendix. I painted an antique copper. My plan is to just keep the copper on the side here and make the other one black. Nice silver tone in the middle of painting. Has 1 coat so far, so I have to finish a 2nd coat. Right now it's summertime and everything's too humid, so I have a whole backlog of things to paint. This is a beautiful radio, RCA Victor from the 30s. Actually, this is the exact same model number in the movie. Maltese Falcon, Humphrey Bogart. Beautiful. I had it sitting somewhere nice, and the cable guy came and knocked my wireless router on top of it and cracked the whole case. So I'm on the lookout for just a case. There's a little Westinghouse back there. I know it's a little dark. Here's a GE from the 50s. It's not a good radio. I like the color I painted it. The knobs were horrible, so I'm trying to do stuff with it. It's still not coming out very nice. There's a Firestone back there. There's another RCA Victor, really nice cabinet, really nice and shiny. An early Garrett, really nice sounding radio. I painted it a copper color. It's just too bright. Kind of looks like C3PO. I have to figure a better color scheme. Okay, these are two, I believe they're Westinghouses. I have two of them back to back. I'm trying different color schemes. Haven't made up my mind yet. There's a Traveler right there. This is another silver tone. I like this one. It's really nice. I ordered a new label from a place online. They make labels for this particular one. I have a couple of these already. This is a General Electric. Works really nice. Nothing fancy, nothing great to look at. This is a Hippo. They call it the Hippo. It's a Philco radio. They call it Hippo because knobs go right here, and it kind of makes it look like a hippo. Hippopotamus. This one I'm working on. This is a Admiral, and there was a whole crack in it and a whole piece missing, and you can see a little there. I added some stuff and smoothed it out, so hopefully after painting that you won't see anything. There's another Bendix down there, and another General Electric that plays really nice, but the problem is the dial glass is gone, dial plastic. I'm trying to recreate one from scratch because I can't see one online, but we'll see. Anyway, that's what I'm working on. As soon as the weather gets a little cooler, I can start painting again. Okay, we're back. So, let me see if I can get that with the right light. That worked out really well. You could see the crack, but you can hardly even feel it because of the clamp I put on. So that's really good. I sanded down the corner that I built and under here as well, and it's ready for a little painting. There's some paint missing here, but it looks like one layer or so, so I'll just do multiple undercoats and hopefully that'll take care of everything. Normally I do big radios outside and only use my little spray booth when I'm using airbrushing, but it's raining, pouring, and I want to get this done. I won't have time in the next few weeks to work on it. So let's get started. Hopefully I don't spray the camera lens. Oh, let me turn the fan on. If it becomes too loud for the video, well, I'll mute it. Hopefully it won't be too bad. Actually, let me get, yeah, I can do this. I want to get a bigger Lazy Susan for this radio. Makes it easy to turn without getting on my fingers. Okay, here we go. that should do it for now. I'm gonna have to do a number of coats for this. I can see some of the paint chips are still showing, so I'll just keep trying this. And I'm not going to show the finished result of just constantly spraying and undercoating. But what I'd like is everyone to comment, if they can, to tell me what color they should make it. I did earlier say in the video I wanted to do that kind of light blue and white. Let me know what you think. Thanks so much for watching.